Hello and welcome. We're back with your daily dose of personal finance with Money Time. I'm Shrestha Tiwari. Let's get started. First up is a report by Business Daily, the Economic Times, which says that the price of budget smartphones can increase by 5 to 7% just after the festive season will come to an end. Smartphone companies are facing huge pressure to revise prices because of the continuous fall in the value of rupee, because smartphone manufacturers import most of the components of budget smartphones from abroad, and fall in rupee's value has made imports costlier. So far, these companies have not hiked prices because they are waiting for the festive season to end. Almost all companies like Samsung, Xiaomi, Lava have already admitted that they will raise prices in November this year, and Apple has already hiked price of its most of the affordable smartphone iPhone SE by 6,000 rupees. Even Lava International may hike the price of its much talked about cheapest 5G smartphone to be launched later this year. Lava may now launch it at more than 10,000 rupees. Talking about prices going up, media reports indicate that prices of cars having diesel engines can rise by 75 to 80,000 rupees from April 1st next year. This is because all automobile companies will have to follow emission norms as laid under the Phase 2 of Bharat Stage 6. Puneet Gupta, who is the director at S&P Global Mobility, has said that diesel car prices will rise by at least 30 to 40,000 rupees, whereas prices of cars having petrol engine will rise by 15 to 20,000 rupees. Currently, automobile companies in India have been following emission standards as prescribed in the Phase 1 of Bharat Stage 6. Time to breathe a sigh of relief. Well, if you thought everything is going to become costlier this festive season, then pay attention to this news, as Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia has already urged state governments to reduce VAT levied on jet fuel. This will lower flight ticket prices, which have soared unprecedentedly in the last 1 year. He has urged governments of total 8 union territories and states to lower VAT levied on jet fuel. These governments levy VAT in the range of 20 to 30%. It is way higher than what other state governments are levying. In recent past, flight tickets prices have only been soaring up due to unprecedented rise in prices of crude oil. Lowering of tax will certainly give respite to people who travel by air on a frequent basis, and Scindia has also said that air travel industry was inching closer to pre-COVID levels. There was a huge demand for air travel in the country. Food Secretary Sudhanshu Pandey has said that price of wheat and rice have not increased too much in the last 1 year as it has been perceived. Wheat prices were actually a bit lower last year. That is why it is being perceived that wheat prices have increased abnormally in the last 1 year. He said that wheat prices have increased by 12% from 2020 levels. Currently, the average price of wheat is around 31 rupees per kg, and the government has enough stock of both wheat and rice. There is no need to panic. If prices increase further from here, then the government will use the buffer stock to curtail prices. The Food Corporation of India Chairman Ashok K.K. Meena has also assured people that the government has so much buffer stock of the staple food items that it would easily last till April 1st, 2023. Now, many people have questioned the effectiveness of a repo rate on inflation. In the past 5 months, the Reserve Bank of India has increased the repo rate by 1.9%. In September this year, the Apex Bank again hiked the rate to 5.9%, but even then, inflation has continued to rise in the past 1 year. CPI inflation for the month of September continued to remain above RBI's tolerance band at 7.41%. And that's not all. Even Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had admitted that repo rate in isolation was not enough to control inflation. Amidst all these uncertainties, a member of Monetary Policy Committee has come out and said that a repo rate by nature takes time to cast its impact on the inflation, and he has said that the short-term lending rate will take 1 or 1.5 years to cast its impact on inflation. This means steps taken by the RBI in the recent past will only become effective next year. The RBI has itself projected the inflation to gradually reduce as we approach the end of the current financial year. In all hope and faith, people will get relief from rising prices of daily used items in 2023, if not this year. It has been found in the last few months that people have preferred to invest in asset classes other than bank deposits. Maybe this is the reason why growth rate of bank deposits has been lower than that of credit growth in the first half of the current fiscal year. To address the issue, the State Bank of India has hiked interest rates by 30 basis points on savings accounts with a balance of more than 10 crore rupees. Savings accounts will now attract interest rate of 3%, and the State Bank of India has also reduced interest rate by 5 basis points on those savings accounts in which the balance will be less than 10 crore rupees. Account holders will get only 2.7% interest rate on such savings accounts. Earlier, they used to get 2.75% interest rate on these savings accounts. Talking about interest rates, a public sector bank is giving 7% interest rate on fixed deposits. Union Bank of India is giving 7% rate of interest on FDs opened for 599 days. On FDs of 1 year, the account holders will get 6.3% interest rates. This much high interest rates on deposits, that too with a public bank, is a rare sight in India. Generally, people get such high rates on corporate FDs, but because the RBI has been so aggressively hiking the repo rate in the last 5 months, that public sector banks have also started giving competitive interest rates on fixed deposits. Country's largest NBFC, Bajaj Finance, has revised its gold loan interest rates to 9.5%. Jewelry kept at home can be mortgaged with the lender, and the loan size will vary between 5,000 rupees to 2 crore rupees. The jewelry should weigh 22 carat. After the sanction of gold loan, the borrower can also take back a part of the mortgage jewelry on the payment of equivalent amount. Prepayment of loan amount is also allowed, and the shadow bank will not levy any fees for prepayment of the gold loan. Ahead of the state elections, the Gujarat government has reduced CNG prices by 6 rupees per kg and PNG prices by 5 rupees per unit. The Bhupendra Patel-led government will also give 2 free cylinders every year to the beneficiary families of the centre's flagship Ujjwala scheme. The beneficiary will have to first buy the cylinders out of his own pocket, and subsequently the state government will transfer the money directly into his bank account within 3 days of purchase. After the price revision, CNG will cost 75.02 rupees in the state, while PNG will cost 43.05 rupees per unit. Toyota is expected to launch a new version of its flagship MPV Toyota Innova. The name of the model will be Innova Hycross, according to media reports. The hybrid MPV will be launched at an ex-showroom price of around 20 lakh rupees. It will also have a petrol engine as well as an electric battery. Innova Hycross is not expected to have a diesel variant. Rumor mills are churning out that Toyota can launch the powertrain by the end of the current year. And with that, it's a wrap on today's Money Time. Also, don't miss out on our exclusive personal finance content available only on our Money9 app. So go ahead and download it from your Google Play Store and App Store. And yes, stay tuned to Money9.